So you're still only 15 and you pretty much have your whole life ahead of you. So, I mean, obviously, like our goals like change as we get
Yeah.
older. So right now, in this moment, what are your goals for the, upcoming foreseeable future?
My goals right now, to get my driving permit in like 2 days, to uh, finish the Conceal Heroes project in April, to visit an uncle but like what I'm trying to get at is like my goals right now are pretty short term. Just because I think a trap that I kind of put myself in was driving too much of my goals long term. Like, being a millionaire by 18, which is somewhat harmful for me because it sets boundaries, why a millionaire, why 18 years old. So for me, honestly, my goals, I have a picture of where I want to be. I'm doing the study for a college about like following students as they get older, and they asked me like, where do I envision myself? And so I think that's more of my goals is more of a 3D mental picture versus a written down goals. Like I have my, they say like SMART goals, and so I have I journal and I'll write every month. Here are the things that I want to get done. If I can complete all these things, I have a. It's not with me right now. I have a clipboard that I take with me every day, and it has every single day mapped out. Like here are the main objectives for the day. They're bolded and stuff. So I have like daily and monthly goals, but in terms of long term, so anything more than a month or two, I'll more have a mental picture of, this is where I want to be when I am 18 years old or 20 years old or 40 years old. Is what I'm doing now contributing to that? And if it in some way is, then I'm on the right path.
You mentioned that you don't like to set yourself long goals, such as at least like long and specific goals. Like you gave the example, I want to be a millionaire by 18. And that kind of interests me because it's sort of like if you don't become a millionaire by 18, you've essentially failed.
Yep.
And if you look back, if you've actually put in the work and you've done a lot of stuff, you secretly know that you're improving each and every day.
Yep.
But at the end, you're just going to say, I'm a failure. I didn't do anything. So it's really nice to know that you set yourself smaller goals, smaller tasks to do, to know that each day you're improving, you're getting better, you're doing whatever you're supposed to be doing. And you're going to make sure that the next day is going to have, a lot, like you're going to be progressing forward.
Yeah,
So
and for me, it's so much more about the daily than it is, accomplishing these goals in the long term. Like, sure, being a millionaire by 18 is great, but it's more about what can I do every single day to get me closer to happiness or to success, right? So it's more about, instead of setting my goal to be worth 10,000 month one, 20, it's more about, everyday things. In this day, am I accomplishing everything I want to get done, in terms of business or school? Am I exercising enough? Because that's something I care about a lot. So it's a lot more about the daily for me than it is trying to accomplish these goals long term. Am I setting myself up every single day to get these goals rather than, am I kind of leaving that as a I don't know how to explain it, but leaving that as is and then just focusing only on these goals. It's more about the every single day, building up the lifestyle to accomplish those goals.
and obviously when you have goals, there's going to be days when you just can't work on it, or maybe even like a
Yep.
week and stuff. What happens when you go through those weeks? You end up pushing everything back, or do you have like a separate plan where you restructure what you're trying to do?
You know, yeah. So like today, if I don't get something done, I'll push it over to tomorrow if it's not time sensitive. Um, if normally if things don't get done during the week, I'll just take a Saturday and get them done. But what I've also found a lot of times is the goals that I set out for myself, even like Sunday is when I set my goals for the week. And sometimes I'll come to a Thursday and on the list is to do this thing, and I'll look over it and it's like, wait, do I actually need to do this? And the answer is no sometimes, and I'll just get rid of it. Um, so yeah, if I can't get things done, then either I re-examine if it needs to be done in the first place, or if it's just kind of a filler activity, uh, or I'll just push it back to the next day and try to get it done then.